Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 7 of Starsector, which originally aired live on Twitch. Before we get started, I want to give you all a little bit of a disclaimer, and also a spoiler for the content of episodes 6 through 10. So if you don't want it spoiled for you, please skip ahead about 20 seconds. The stream, otherwise known as episodes 6 through 10, we spend the vast majority of the time trying to survey the galaxy. Now, surveying the galaxy is absolutely required if you'd like to colonize worlds, but I completely understand if it's not the most riveting content to watch, so feel free to skip these episodes, or alternatively, hop around in the timeline to try to find things you want to watch. Otherwise, be prepared for a lot of survey. Let's get started. And I think what I'll do is... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Active sensor burst. I'm going to switch with transverse jump, because I use it a lot more. And then sustain burn, I'm going to switch with go dark, because I use that a lot more. Hello, is this live? No, this is pre-recorded, and I'm omniscient, and I know exactly what you type when you type it from the past. Sorry. Oh, here's some more ruins. Survey here. There's a whole bunch of food that I don't have space for. Oops, keep the organs. So let's put this into a stable orbit and head back to core worlds and sell everything. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to worry too much about min-maxing my trades. I'm just going to try to survey as fast as I can. So I'm just going to go over to Naraka and sell everything above board except for the things that are illegal, because, like, organs are illegal. Yeah, I'm even going to plow through the nebula storms so that I can survey as fast as possible. How do I evaluate the demods on ships that I salvage? It depends on what the ships do. So if the ship, I'll give you for instance, if the ship is like a tanker or storage, having damaged fuel capacity or cargo capacity obviously makes the ship kind of worthless. So that's one way to look at it, is essentially like, you know, if give me those back. I want those Gauss cannons. Am I designing a ship that is worthless because of the demods? So if you take a look at my dram here, this dram that I have has a degraded drive field, which reduces its burn level. But as long as it's not the slowest ship in my fleet, who cares? And then erratic fuel injector, which increases the fuel use, which is unfortunate. But I have enough money to bankroll fuel, so again, I can kind of ignore that. With that said, it wouldn't be a terrible idea for me to switch this dram out for something else. And then the Phaeton I have has increased maintenance, which is bad. Speaking of this right now, let me try to get rid of my Phaeton and dram and trade up for something that, like, isn't terrible. Not a Prometheus, because they move real slow. But maybe... Never mind. There are no ships, no fuel ships here other than the Prometheus. I was like, no, there's a crappy dram. I don't want a dram. I just want a Phaeton. So, but what I did want to do is I wanted to refit my my mules to add efficiency to them. So the efficiency overhauls is a logistics, which either I could do efficiency or I could do survey. So I'm going to do efficiency over survey, because I feel like what I'm doing around traveling around, I'm far more likely to travel. I want to make it cheaper to travel than to survey. So putting the efficiency overhauls in here. And what this does is it reduces maintenance, fuel use, and minimum crew. It does increase the combat readiness recovery, so it makes it more expensive to ready itself from combat, but these are non-combat ships specifically, so who cares? Maybe there are survey missions on the way into planets. Yeah, that's a possibility. But the thing is, given how long survey takes, I don't want to survey inefficiently. Basically, I want to just go to one constellation and survey everything. So if it's convenient for me to survey something, that's good, but I don't want to add any extra time because it is something that's going to take a long time. All right, so here we go. We have some Phaetons that I can buy. I'll pay full market price. In fact, let me just buy both of them. Look at those. Look at those big ships. Okay, cool. And repair, refit. So this dram here is going to get sold, and this Phaeton here is going to get sold. Here's my new Phaetons. So I'm going to put militarized subsystems. Actually, what is my burn level on these? Let's see, sell this ship and sell this ship. My Bax burn level is... So I do need militarized subsystems on them because they're too slow. So the two Phaetons need to speed up. Got it. All right, fleet. So that means the militarized subsystems here increases max burn level by 1, which would be good so that it can keep up with every other ship. I can put surveying equipment in here instead of auxiliary fuel tanks. Having two Phaetons, I feel like I'm going to have plenty of fuel storage. So instead, I'll put the survey equipment on these. But that does mean that I don't have the ability to do efficiency overhaul. But that's fine. That will be my... You know what? No. I'd rather just do efficiency. And then... let's put escort packages on them too. Militarized, efficiency, escort package. So what the escort package here, it increases the maneuverability, it increases the range of all point defense, and it increases the damage dealt to fighters and missiles. And then I'm just going to put some basic point defense on them. So a Vulcan in the rear for both. And then on the sides, 2 duels. I'm trying to make them identical. And then on the front, let's do a light mortar. All right, and this is just going to be... I'm just going to call them Tanker 2. Tanker 1 and Tanker 2. Safety overrides for non-combat ships seem like a good choice since I'm just exploring. Yeah. Well, so if you take a look at these safety overrides, where are they? Where are safety overrides? Oh, here they are. It makes yeah. This is for like combat movement speed. It's not for like world movement speed or anything. So, I'll put it this way: if my Phaetons ever get stuck in combat, they're gonna blow up no matter how fast they're moving because they are going to move so much more slowly than anything that's trying to catch it. So it is a really good idea. I just don't think it's going to keep me alive. All right, let's see if there's any intel on survey. So if we take a look at exploration, there is some paid exploration down here that I could do. A volcanic world for the hegemony and the location of a pirate base, which I'm probably not going to do. So let's go do that hegemony one. So our max burn is 20. So we have a survey that goes as fast as surveys can. And then the... Oh, analyze orbital habitat. So that survey is already gone. So I didn't accept it in time. Oh, this storm's gonna hurt. Alright, we'll explore this blue giant first. Has a warning beacon, so there is some hostilities here. Oops, I didn't mean to go dark. Forgot that I rebound. Hey, there's a Phaeton just sitting here. Yoink. Desert and barren. The desert probably has ruins, the barren probably does not. And there's a bit of a ship grave. Oh, nope, that's a live ship. I do have that giant Colossus, the giant Conquest battle cruiser, battle carrier, but it hasn't been brought to service yet. Widespread ruins, moderate ore. All right, this is a very boring desert planet. But I got an administrator, Zala Park. Administrators help you run planets. And a bunch of organics. Okay, so this system, I guess I'll travel over to the barren world just in case it has ruins, but this system is basically surveyed. So how do you bring it up to, you're asking how to bring the Conquest up to speed? It would be to repair it, maybe remove demods, which would probably be every last penny I own, and then to crew it up and fit it for combat, which would, yeah, it would bankrupt me. Oh, there's, no, I guess I'm coming back here. There's ruins here as well. Darn. You know, it might be in my best interest to really just transfer this jump, because all the jump points are far away. Might be in my best interest to get some more ship storage. So when I get back to the core worlds to sell off all these organics, I'll look to see if there's like a freighter that I can buy. Hey, X down. I went from 100k to 500k. Yeah. Exploring systems, especially exploring ruins and research bases and surveying motherships, can make you just oodles and oodles of money. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm currently just trying to survey things. I think I'm going to open market this stuff so I don't totally piss off the hegemony. I'm not quite ready to tangle with them. So I could buy a Colossus heavy freighter if I wanted to. The heavy freighter, compared to the mules I have right now, the heavy freighter can store up to 900, which is almost as much as all of the mules that I have combined. The problem with the heavy freighter is its max burn is 7. So it would effectively slow me down. The Buffalo might be better. It has a storage of 400, max burn of 8 that I could bring up to 9. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy 2 of these Buffaloes. Because I at this very moment, I am more concerned about movement speed, travel speed, than min-max or anything like that. So these buffaloes, I can bring them up to 9 speed with a militarized subsystems, give it an efficiency overhaul. Or actually, not even efficiency overhaul. Where's the expanded cargo? Expanded cargo holds. So it holds more cargo. Because that's what they're meant to do. They have one tiny little front mount. I'll put a mining laser on them. I mean, there's almost no point in installing weapons on these things because they're so dinky. But there we go. We're going to call this Freighter 1, Freighter 2. Because I essentially don't want to name... Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to ask you all. How's that sound? Should I name my non-combat ships? Like, would you guys want your name slapped on one of these non-combat ships that never sees combat? If yes, that's fine. I'm fine giving it a name. So now my total cargo space went up by 1,040 due to those buffalo. And I did increase my fuel usage a little bit, but like not significantly. All right, back down to Zumu. Buffalo Bill and Buffalo Bob. What about Buffalo Bill and Buffalo Soldier? Or Muffalo. Buffalo Bob and Muffalo Bob. Totally not confusing. All right, back over to the barren world because it had ruins. And another thing I need to do more often, maybe you guys can remind me, is to do active sensor bursts anytime I'm surveying like this, so that if there is mining bases, mining research stations, stuff like that, I find them a little bit more easily. Because there's something up ahead. And it looks like a debris field. Of garbage. Shucks. I do like the rings. Massive amount of rings. It's just a giant ring around a blue hypergiant. Or giant. It's kind of strange that planets never formed here. Abundant and rich. So it'd be good to mine here, but it has no farming. And okay, that was a bust. That's pretty much what, if we take a look, this is what like a normal ruin would give. You know, not an obscene amount of wealth that I've been finding. And another debris field. Even though there's a bit of a risk to your crew and a cost for heavy machinery, I think like most debris fields are probably worth searching anyway. That was a Sunder. I didn't even... Oh, nope. That's a actual ship. That's a Remnant ship. No thanks. Yeah, this system here is as if all the planets got blown up into a giant meteorite belt, asteroid belt. I bet we smash. Oh no, we made it through. All right, I was paid to... What was I paid to do? Accepted, analyze something in the Chlor star system. So I'll head there next. So they wanted, what system was it? Oh, orbital habitat that is orbiting a volcanic world, so it's probably over at Krampus. I've already surveyed a whole bunch of the stuff here. I've been here already, so this is not, this is double backing. Hey, some lobsters. But just to be completionist, I'm going to do prelim surveys. What I should try to do is, prelim surveys everywhere, but I think for the, well, I'll have you all vote. So it looks like non-combat ships are not going to happen. Should I prelim survey everything? At least. So prelim survey means when I enter a new solar system, it means visiting each planet at least once. If I didn't it would add time to my survey mission. If I don't prelim survey, I would just go to the planets that I think are most likely to have ruins. And that would save considerable time. So one is more thorough, but way more time consuming. $24,313 ore. What? How am I ever going to move that? I'm sorry, but that's just obscene. All right, let me take the volatiles, the transplutonics, and then as many metals as I can. Look at all these cargo pods. Now, this ore here is not worth much, so I'm not going to put it in a stable orbit. I essentially don't care, but that was just a ridiculous amount of resources. Simply ridiculous. Did someone drill a hole in the planet? Yeah, it seems like it. And then I also got a plasma dynamo, so a superconductor flanged centerpiece of an industrial system which creates a planetary scale plasma net that enables efficient, spectacular extraction of volatiles. And a beta core. Right on, man. New players, take note. If you want to make ridiculous, stupid amounts of money and put yourself at almost zero risk, create a little survey team and hop around. For real. All right, there we are. 50,000 because I got here. There is a buffalo that I'm going to recover. And this little wherever I am had a whole bunch of illicit drugs. Yeah! It's drug time. Woo! Okay. We're going to leave behind the metals because they're worth the least. Actually, no. Leave behind the ores because they're worth the least. That mission is done. My everything is totally full. I'm just going to transverse jump because I'm nowhere near a jump point. And it looks like you want me to prelim survey everything. Okay. I will do that from here on out. But I need to get back to somewhere where I can sell all this stuff. Because my cargo holds are full. Now we have yet another buffalo. And I will probably fix up that buffalo because I am finding a ridiculous amount of stuff. And more storage the better at this point, honestly. Whoa, some pirates. Trying to do an E-burn to catch me. What are you, reavers? Get out of here. Rent a Buffalo limo service. All right. Again, I'm going to trade on the up and up. Well, except for the illegal drugs, because I can't. Just because I don't want the authorities messing with me. I'm going to keep my Phase Lance. So everything I'm keeping and putting down here so I don't accidentally sell it. Hey, Trustin. And Velocity Girl, thanks for the resub. And Trustin, welcome. You were playing Terraria, yeah. How was that? And welcome Jim Bob with the bits. I totally missed that. So hey, Trustin in the gang. We are, of course, playing Starsector. And right now I'm working on surveying for colonization. And also just for the ridiculous amounts of money that it has been giving me. Compromised storage. So yeah, compromised storage would obviously be a terrible demod for a storage ship. So if you take a look here at my storage capacity. No, that's maintenance. No, where is my stupid storage capacity? Here it is. The newest Buffalo gives me 300 and the other two give me 520. So yeah, I mean, it's demodded and that hurts. So let's refit that, clear the demod. So restore for 28,000, which is about what market value of a Buffalo would be. Freighter 3, and then we'll bring it up to snuff, which is militarized expanded cargo and some stupid little laser on the front. Done. So we got 3 freighters now, 2 fuel ships, and 3 pirate smugglers. I feel like Malcolm Reynolds. Let's see what they have for sale. They have another Buffalo. This is an A-class Buffalo. So an A-class Buffalo, what does it even mean? It means it's like a militarized styled Buffalo, I think. And as you can see, it comes with militarized subsystems already. It's not a Buffalo I'm going to buy. I don't need another one, I don't think. At least not one that isn't on the black market. All right. So let's continue surveying. Zumu is done. Chagos is done. Let's go back to Xanor down here and continue. I'm not going to go to Chlor, even though we didn't do full prelims. I'm not going to do full prelims for everything. I'm not going to double back and do full prelims for everything, I should say. Because I don't think it's necessary. Full prelims, even though you all voted on, full prelims is probably the most necessary when it's a system that you think you might want to colonize. All right, we are going to this system. I wish when you got to a planet, you just did an automatic full prelim. I find it weird that I have to like click one submenu just to prelim survey. Because prelim surveys don't cost you anything, so it is a little strange that it's like, would you want a prelim survey? It's like, yeah, of course, why wouldn't you? It's totally free information to like analyze hazard. Oh, I guess that debris field I already searched. And Solon is the only one I haven't prelimed. Hey, Sir Felon Ward. Thanks for the follow, and welcome. Now, speaking of being rich, the amount of money I make per month is about to run out. My, like, stipend from the academy. So that stipend monies is the days are numbered. Okay, that's another system. Let's go to Honora. And see if there's any... Oh god, there's like no planets here. It's a neutron star system. I'll go in there, but like we're not going to be surveying anything here. So neutron... Oh god. Neutron star systems have these neutron blasts that absolutely will mess up your ship. Oh, come on. So, good luck, mules. Don't die. There's a research station that was guarded. I'm going to have the mules hang back behind me, and I'm going to see if I can't solo this fleet. You'd like to see me pick down the storyline? Well, that will be up to poll at some point. Go away. No, don't be messing with my ships. And maybe I have to hide behind a one of these mules for a second. Alright, let's go in for the kill. Ah! No! Ow, 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 ow. I obviously have a glass cannon, and it's really tricky to use it correctly. I'm going to continue this fight here. Oh, they knocked out my main guns. That's obnoxious. They'll get repaired. Oh, there it is. Alright, you're dead. And this other one is beeline. Oh, no, 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 no. Stop beaming me. Alright. Mule, go engage so I can hide behind you like a coward. They're about to do the stupid shield flux. I hate those missiles. Yeah. You're dead! That was a good ambush. Alright, there we go. Remnants are dead. It was a gamma core. I'll take it. And then the salvage for the... Ooh, yes. Oh, yes. So, plasma cannon. That's my main weapon on my Sunder. That's awesome to find. They have ECM packages. I already have that. Already... I think there's nothing here that I don't really have, but still exciting. No, I didn't actually learn those stuff. Never mind. That's all useful. Afflictor and Harbinger. So the Afflictors and Harbingers are strange little ships that like warp in and out. Very cool to have their blueprints, but the AI don't use them all that well. With that said, I'm not that picky. I'm going to learn the blueprints. I like learning all the blueprints. So there is some debris at like the 7 o'clock position of this system, and I just have to kind of wait here. Oh, it might not even be debris. It looks like another fleet. So that was hilarious. This fleet just got like ejected from the Neutron star. I don't know who they are. I'm a little worried about getting too close because I don't have a combat fleet. Oh, they're pirates. They're pirates. All right, I'm transverse jumping out of here. Forget it. Bye-bye. Yeah, the Neutron star absolutely yeeted that pirate fleet into nowhere. That's great. And what that does when you get caught up in that is it completely obliterates your combat readiness and makes your ships very damaged to need repairs. All right, well, this one will be easy to survey. Although there is some hidden stuff east of me, or I'm going to call it east. Even though I think we can all agree east doesn't make any sense. And it is a ship graveyard. I don't want a nebula. Oh, I found something interesting there. Oh, never mind. It was just some heavy armaments. I mean, that's good. And some weapons. There looks to be a larger ship above me. It also reminds me that I have the administrator. I have one of the administrators that I don't want. And Tangier leveled up. So we have a reckless helmsman, target analysis, gunnery, and reliable engineering. We have a reckless pilot officer here. For Tangier, what am I going to do for you? Give you energy weapon mastery. Steady is great. Reckless is really good for carrier pilots. Aggressive or well, I don't know about reckless, but aggressive is good for carriers. I'll put him here. And if you're a subscriber of mine and you want to be named, you want to be an officer, I'm actually going to reset everybody's eligibilities so that everybody can win. And then if, you know, because I think being an officer is probably the coolest thing to be. But it does remind me that I should get rid of that administrator that I have, that I'm like paying. I have 2 of them, in fact, and I'm just like paying them pointlessly. So next time I am at a world, remind me that I have to get rid of the Zalas. I have 2 Zalas. Okay, yet another officer. So there's 2 officers to be assigned. The other thing to note is the officers that I've been getting, if I don't necessarily like their skills, like Hesperus Woodward here, he is cautious. I'm actually just gonna throw him out. I don't really want a cautious officer. Dismiss, yes. So we only have the 1. I'll keep a reckless too, but a cautious, nah, no thanks. If you're wondering, and I'm sure this would be asked in YouTube, so I'm just going to respond to it immediately. If you're wondering what the what steady, reckless, etc., they're sort of stances, and a reckless person will dive into a battle with very little concern for their own ship. Someone steady is about average. Someone aggressive, you know, is not quite reckless, so it's like a spectrum. And cautious is a ship that would like hang back and do very little. The only reason you would want cautious is if you use like, if you set up a ship that's like a missile boat, where it just launches missiles from long range and that's all it does. And I don't design ships like that, because missile boats like that are only really good if you have sustained long duration combat. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Get me. No. Ah! I'm going to use a story point here. There's a bounty out for this guy, and I fat-fingered it and didn't zoom away. I have no interest in in that bounty with my no combat ships that I have, so I'm gonna just bounce out of here. Let me transverse jump. Get out of Dodge. Bye. Bye, Felicia. So that's Zener. Next up will be Roharos. I have to be a little careful about the amount of fuel that I'm using up, though, because we're going to need some refueling at some point. Another thing to note is the positions of these nebula storms is static. So when colonizing, it's useful to consider... Oh, I think they're trying to kill me too. That's Luddic Path. Okay, so this is a Luddic Path world. Warning, low RAM. Hold on, what? Okay, no, that's not true. Totally not even a little true. Wait, what is, It's only taking up 2 gigs. Come on now. So this is a Luddic Path world. I'm gonna have to be careful hanging around here. Oh god, they're chasing me too. No! Alright, more story point usage. Because I'm a coward. And your world sucks. And because there's so many enemies nearby, I'm not going to be able to scavenge or anything like that. So I'm going to transverse jump out of here because they seem to be gate camping. The jerks. And we will do the next system down. Which has no planets? Yes. Cool. Has no planets. Okay, well, surveyed. Now, if you've gone to somewhere and you just didn't do anything, as you can see, there's an X here, and there's an X because there was literally nothing to do. But any system that I've, like, traveled to, I have 2 question marks here. Any system that I've never, ever, ever been to, is just a box. So even just traveling to all the neighboring systems around me, is useful because then I know what kind of worlds they are, whether they're like highly habitable or not. Because if we can find Terran, jungle, you know, there are a few different types of worlds that would, like this system. This has 2 desert worlds, which means that this system might be colonizable, or might... Ah, crap. Sorry, story points. I'm doing a really bad job of avoiding fleets. Just using story points to get myself out of dodge. And I'm not even going to be able to survey anything because these jerks keep messing with me. Haha, E-burn, bye-bye. Caution can work for carriers? It can. I don't like it. I much prefer aggressive carriers. All right, there's a Remnant Nexus here, so scratch what I said. Can I sneak in and get to the ruins, though? Yeah, let's do that. Yoink! This isn't a sexy planet anyway. It doesn't have any farmland. 2 ships that I don't care about. And I got Paladin PD system and some organics. Nothing amazing, but... stealing from the remnants is always funny. This other world has ruins as well. Okay, so these 2 desert worlds suck. And they're boring. So I'm not... I would not be interested in colonizing here, in other words. If I can, I want to scope out the Medea, the barren world there. Because I was panicked because I'm being chased by their fleets. So prelim survey, it sucks. And then to the Rocky Metallic to do a prelim as well. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. There is, however, a research station here. Ah, this stupid hostile fleet. No, 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 no. I want to get to the research station. It's unfortunately in the corona of the star, so I'm going to have to take some damage to do it. And I need to lose my tail in order to survey it. But research stations are always worth surveying if you can get to them safely. So I'll do a quick lap around this star. Trying to ditch... Oh, crap, there's even more idiots. I'm going to break your nav buoy so you can't chase me as fast. Haha. I guess I never went to the toxic world. As you can see, these guys are trolling me and they're just chasing me around. My drive signature is pretty big. Because I'm sustain burning. I guess I can cut the sustain burn and see if I can't hide from them. Yeah, they don't know where I am anymore. Research station, here I come. And yet another administrator. 2 Elysium. Ooh. Ho, ho! And this is why you want to hit research stations. So we got assault package, expanded crew, operations center, the ability to build a ton of pirate blueprints. Chunky Panda, thanks for all the gifted subs. Legend. Thank you. So the assault package is tougher ships, more armor, more flux capacity. And then we'll try to engage enemies and otherwise act as a combat ship in battle. Expanded crew is, you know, it can is good for fighters. Take everything, use the blueprints, and get out of the Corona. Oh, let's actually go to the debris field. And we have shield conversion. The remnants just wanted a hug. Doubt. All right, let's get to the toxic world and then get out of here, because these remnants are kicking my butt. They're camping the gate. I'm so glad I have transverse jump. I'm going to try not to use the transverse jump because it costs me a little bit more fuel and hurts my combat readiness. But the transverse jump allows you to jump without a jump point. And now, my monthly expenses here don't offset my stipend from the academy. So I'm losing money per month. Not a big deal, but just something to note. Yeah, T-jumps are really useful if you're like stuck due to blockades or if you're trying to dodge the... if you're trying to dodge remnant ships like I was. Little brown dwarf here. With... Alright, this system is unbelievably boring. What is a blockade? A blockade is when, you know, like an enemy fleet is trying to muscle you out and you have to breach their blockade. Basically, they camp the jump points so that you can't use them unless you fight your way out. Much the way that the remnants were doing in that system I was just at, where they were sitting on the gate, waiting for me to leave. All right, I will travel back to the core worlds and refuel, and then next we're gonna go after Elsia Nebula, and we're just gonna work our way clockwise. I do think that so far, pretty obviously, Mangandusa is the best system that I've found so far. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it up to you. So once I fully survey everything, I'll just poll you of the top, you know, 6 or 7 spots, and you guys can essentially pick where you'd want me to settle in. And Remnant are like an AI Terminator robot faction. They're not sentient. Oh, I mean, yeah. I guess it depends on how you define sentient, but yeah, they're not really sentient. I don't think there's anything else here I want to keep, so... Actually, what was that weapon? Heavy blaster? Yeah, I'll keep the heavy blaster. No, I'm gonna sell it. I'm purposely doing a lot of my business not on black market, so that I don't ruin my reputation with them, because I'm not really sure who I want to befriend or not. Cool. How refueled are we? I need a little bit more fuel. Oh, fire my admins. Yeah, thank you. I will do that. So, to fire admins... God, I forget how to do that. Crew? It would be... Command, admin... I forget how to get rid of them, though. Oops. Well, let me buy fuel first. Yeah, market value. That's fine. Oh, colonies. Yeah, command. Colonies. Manage administrators. Here we are. Dismiss. 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 I essentially don't really want any human administrators, and chances are I'm going to have AI administrators anyway once I have administrators. So human administrators need not apply. All right, we did just buy a ridiculous amount of fuel, so I'm not going to have any fuel issues for a long, long time. So let's go out to this strange little Orphan system. And then if we take a look at my my salaries, it should be better this month because I'm not paying a whole bunch of administrators to sit around and do nothing. So we'll see what's the date. We'll see at the end of the month. Byron and Esther Bentley, thanks for the resub and the bits. Welcome. Glad that you stopped in. While I totally fly into storms. Cheers to you all. Man, I'm absolutely ruining my ships here from hitting every storm possible. Oh yeah, I shouldn't have come here. There's no reason. I'll go in just to say I've been here, but it's like an orphan star. And unless it has some sort of research base hidden here, which I don't think it does because I just scanned for it, there's no reason to be here. It's an empty system. All right, I'm going to check this one, even though it's technically Bola. Just because it's on the edge of Elsia. Yeah, those administrators have a perfect job getting paid to do nothing. So my monthly expenses here... Oh, because I fired the administrators this month. They still get paid. Next month, I'm saving myself 3,300 credits, which would put me in 2,000 into the positive. Another thing to check... Okay, no, there's no surveying missions anywhere near me, so never mind that. Oh, this is another Neutron system, so I gotta be careful not to get totally blasted. I probably could have told him that from the sector map. An old Phaeton ship. Hey, there is no... you would have to be pretty crazy to ever consider colonizing a system that had a neutron star, because the neutron star is never not going to be blasting neutrons in every direction, and it would suck to colonize. Absolutely suck. So I'm just here looking for research stations, and we found one. Hot damn. A bunch of Luddic Path blueprints. Luddic Path ships are awful, but it's still cool to have the blueprints. Breach SRM pod blueprint and Clawwing blueprint, as well as the Resistant Flux, which makes you harder to EMP. Automated repair units, which brings your engines and guns that get disabled online faster. And Hardened Shields, which reduces the amount of damage taken by shields by 25%. Nice. Let's also do the debris too. The debris gives us a Phantom Phase Transport. I actually don't know what this is. An advanced troop transport employing phase stealth technology. This was designed... Okay, cool. So it is a low engine signature troop transport. Basically something to sneak onto people's space stations to assault them. I like it. and we'll learn the associated blueprints. I might want to keep... I'm not going to keep a dual flat cannon. And let's just transverse out of here, because the neutron star is blocking the At-6. Alright. There is a relatively dangerous warning beacon here, so I gotta be really careful entering the system, because it's a medium beacon, meaning that there's a lot of enemy forces. Taking a look, 2 radiated worlds, a barren world, a volcanic world, gas giants, 2 volcanics, a rocky metallic. So this system here is definitely not going to be colonizable. There's just no low hazard rating anything here. But I'm gonna poke around, because generally speaking, the more dangerous a system is, the more likely it is to have treasure. So as long as I'm careful, and I'm famously not careful, so as long as I'm careful, we can poke around. All right, I see some. Okay, it's a remnant system, and it looks like there might be a sheep. Ooh, an equipment cache. Okay, I do want that. So we'll have to maybe lose them in a nebula. A quick save. I know myself well. I'll save first. Yeah. Oh, they're camping. Oh no, they're not. It's a ship graveyard. Nope. That's a remnant fleet. That's a remnant fleet. And that's a Sunder that's derelict. I don't think a derelict Sunder I care about enough to mess with big remnant fleets. So we're going to leave that gas giant unsurveyed because it's being guarded pretty heavily. One question I want to ask you, how much more time to spend surveying? And here are the 4 choices I'll just write up now. I don't want to spend too much time on it. I do want to demo some other things and have you all vote on the direction. But how much more time to spend on surveying? The system, the Mingadurus or whatever it was called, was a pretty good colony world, and I wouldn't hesitate too much colonizing there because I thought it did look good. Ooh, orbital habitat. What's this? Remnant fleet. The orbital habitat had a bucket full of organics that I don't have space for. I'm going to take the organics over the metals, even though they're worth the same amount, just to have 100% one type. Makes it easier to trade. I'm not even going to stabilize the orbit there. And there, my monthly income is now in the positive because I fired those administrators. Bye-bye. Not a single system here has had ruins. But it's because they're all low habitability. The higher the habitability, you know, like desert, arid, Terran, jungle, those tend to have ruins. These barren worlds tend not to. Oh, another freighter. All right, so I prelimmed everything here. There's another debris field that I should check out. It gave me a location of rich, rare ore. And some garbage to throw out. I'm going to also break down this nav buoy for the transplutonics and the heavy machinery, which is worth more than the metals and organics that I had. And maybe one more active sensor. Okay, active sensor didn't bring up anything new, so we'll be on out of here. Organics tend to be more under stock than metals. Yes, that's actually honor guarding exactly why I prefer it over... No, don't fight me. I'm peaceful. Over metals. Metals are very common. Metal ore is super common. Whereas organics only come from colonies that have like farmland or have organics to mine. All right, this world is boring, but there is some points of interest near the black hole in the middle. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. Thank you so very much for watching. I will catch you next episode, or perhaps an upcoming stream. Farewell,